Today, inshallah, I'll talk to you about some strategies to help you improve self-learning أو اللي نقول عنه التعلم الذاتي. I had the idea to present this workshop after I saw the struggle that some of my students went through when they first entered college. And I'm sure you can relate. أكيد إنكم طبعا لاحظتوا فرق الجامعة عن الهاي school. You know, the courses are different, the lectures are different, so everything is different. So being in a different environment requires different skills. And self-learning is one of the most important skills to have in college. It's a necessary skill, and we will see today why. I will first start with the definition of self-learning and what benefits or advantages it may bring to your life. Then I'll talk to you about the strategies, and at the end, I will share with you some resources and websites that can help you become a successful self-learner. So, self-learning can be defined as the study of a subject by oneself through books, records, online resources, without any direct supervision from your teacher or your supervisor, and without having to attend any class. When you become a self-learner, you have total control and responsibility over your learning. You become both the teacher and the student. It's also a necessary skill for university students because, as we mentioned earlier, university is different from high school. Maybe in high school, you didn't need to become a self-learner. Your teacher was mainly responsible for your education. But in university, the role of your teacher is different. يعني دور المعلم في الجامعة مختلف تماما عن دور الأستاذ في الثانوي. In university, your teacher is responsible for guiding you and facilitating your learning. And especially because in university, the lecture duration is relatively short. All of your lectures are around 50 minutes. And during this time, your teacher might not be able to explain everything or to go into details. So you should have the ability to teach yourself. And it's easier now to become a self-learner. يعني in the past, people couldn't find knowledge easily. يعني they had to travel places and they had to buy books and resources to study. But now with the internet and technology, everything is available for you online. And you should take advantage of that. You should take advantage of all these materials available to you online. Self-learning is also called self-directed learning, self-teaching, self-study, self-education, and independent learning. They all mean the same thing. Before I talk about the benefits of self-learning, do you know any benefits of self-learning? From your experience or from what you already know, you can share it. You can write it or you can say it if you. There is someone raising their hand. Yes, Rimaz.
Probably gain secondary skills such as mind mapping.
Very good. Yes, that is true. What else? Does anyone know what benefits you could get if you become a self-learner? Al-Madar. Am I saying your name correctly?
It's actually Nora.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because I see your last
No,
name.
it's okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. I will not waste my time anymore. waiting someone accept something for me, explain something for me.
True. Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yes, Khalid.
Probably you won't forget what you self taught yourself.
Very good. This is actually one of the points that I will be discussing. Rimaz, did you have another point you wanted to add?
Uh, yeah, maybe becoming more curious and active.
Yes, excellent. Very good. You're right. Self-learning has several benefits, and I'll only be mentioning five of them. But there are other benefits that I may not have the time to mention. The first benefit is that it's one of the most important skills in the 21st century. Um, in today's world, it's important for everyone to become a self-learner. Yani not only in university, but even after you graduate, because the world is developing and advancing every second, every day. So what you learn in college might be outdated or something of the past when you graduate. يعني حتى إن شاء الله لما يعني تتخصصون say medicine or pharmacy or dentistry. العلوم اللي راح تدرسونها ممكن تكون يعني تعتبر علوم قديمة أو راح يعني تظهر علوم ونظريات وتكنولوجيا جديدة في المستقبل. You need to learn by yourself لأنه خلاص you're not going to be in college anymore. You're going to be working. So at that time, you should be able to teach yourself about these new technologies in order to be successful. Then the second benefit is that students learn more effectively. And as one of you has said, it's true. Some studies even say that some students learn better by themselves than in the classroom. Because in the classroom, you're just sitting there and you're just receiving the information from your teacher. You're not making any effort to find the information. But when you're learning by yourself, you make an effort. You search for the information and you look it up. You work hard for it. And this will send a signal to your brain that this is an important information that I should store and memorize. So that's why self-learning can be more effective. Students can also discover more about the topics they're studying. So let's say that you plan to improve your, let's say, reading skills. You might start by, planning to improve your reading skills, but you will discover that you actually improved other skills that you didn't plan to improve, maybe your writing or your grammar skills. So it can open doors to you to improve other areas. It can also boost students' self-esteem. When you know that you have the ability to find information by yourself and that you're capable of teaching yourself whatever topic, you'll be more confident about yourself and about your abilities. And finally, students can learn at their own pace, meaning that you don't have to attend any class, there is no attendance, there is no due dates or deadlines. You can determine when to study and how to study and when to take your breaks and everything. You're, as I said earlier, you're both the teacher and the student. There are many strategies that can help you improve your self-learning skills. And probably the first and most important one is to set learning goals. In order to be able to achieve a goal, it needs to be specific. يعني كل ما كان الهدف محدد وواضح كل ما كان أسهل لتحقيقه. يعني let's say مثلا you plan to or you have a goal to improve your English language. I mean, that's a great goal, but if you make it more specific, it's easier to achieve. So you could, for example, notice that you need to work on your writing skills. So if you make it, if you focus on that goal, it's easier for you to achieve it. So make it more specific. The more specific it is, the easier it will be achievable. Second, you need to set up a plan. You need to have a plan, clear and organize the plan of what you're going to do and what resources you're going to study, and you know, when you're going to study, the days and the time. Everything has to be planned and organized in order to you know, study effectively. Then you need to motivate yourself. Motivation is necessary in order to become a self-learner. And I'm sure, you know, different people can motivate themselves differently. So there is no one right way to motivate yourself. يعني تحفيز الذات. There's no one right way to motivate yourself. But one way that you could use to motivate yourself is to think about the benefits that you will get when you become a self-learner and you teach yourself a certain topic or a certain subject. So let's say that you started learning or improving your English. You can motivate yourself by saying, after I improve my English language, I will get good grades. And after I get good grades, I will succeed this semester, and maybe inshallah I could get into my desired major. So it's important to have motivation. Also, you could collaborate with another learner. It could be a classmate or a friend or anyone that shares the same learning goal as yours. So if you know someone who wants to improve their English or wants to improve their reading skills, you can study together. And when you study together, you can you know, teach each other and learn from each other. And teaching is another way of learning. There's this great quote by this Roman philosopher that says, while we teach, we learn. يعني إحنا لما ندرس شخص ثاني مو بس نفيد الشخص الثاني، حتى نفيد أنفسنا. يعني إحنا نتعلم ونتأكد من يعني مدى فهمنا واستيعابنا للموضوع اللي نشرحه. So teaching is another way of learning. You need to also find reliable resources to study from. As I said earlier, at the end of this workshop, I will share with you some resources and some websites to study from. But let's say that you're studying on your own and you're not sure if this is a good website or not, because there are, you know, a million resources and websites available online, and you may not know which one is good and which one is bad. One way to find out is to check the reviews of this website, or you can also ask your teacher if this is a good website to study from, or if this is a good book, you know, to study from. You can also ask your classmates if they know about this website and if it's reliable and trusted to study from. Evaluating your learning is very important when you become a self-learner. بمعنى تقييم العملية التعليمية. You need to evaluate your learning وتحديد نقاط القوة ونقاط الضعف، النقاط أو المهارات اللي أتقناها والمهارات اللي تحتاج مذاكرة أو دراسة أكثر. You know, noting down all of your progress will help you you know, stay in progress and you know, achieve more and better results. And you also need to do exercises. There are plenty of websites that provide exercises and activities about the subject that you're studying. So it's important to do these exercises to know, to see if you do them correctly, and if there are any mistakes, you can work on them. Managing your time is also essential. You need to balance between your working hour, your studying time, and your break time. You can use what's called the Pomodoro technique. It's a great technique to manage your time. It consists of several steps. You need to decide on the task that you want to do, and then you set your timer to 25 minutes. You work on the task, or you study the material you want to study until the timer rings, and then you take short 5 minutes break, and then you repeat these steps 4 times, and then you take 15 to 30 minutes break. And then you can repeat all of these steps again if you need to study more. But it's a great technique to follow, to manage your time, and to stay away from all distractions. During this 25 minutes, you only focus on what you want to study. And in this 5 minutes break, you can, do whatever you want. You can check your phone, or, relax and, have a break. Finally, the last strategy that I am going to discuss is to know your learning style. I think some of you probably already know this, but people learn differently. الكثير من الطلاب لهم أساليب تعلم مختلفة، وهذه أحد مميزات التعلم الذاتي، أنه تقدرين أو تقدر تختار أسلوب التعلم المناسب لك. In the classroom أو في اللكتشر والمحاضرة، التيتشر يختار الأسلوب اللي هو يحب يتبعه، لكن في التعلم الذاتي أنت تختار أسلوب التعلم المناسب لك، المناسب لتعليمك. And there are 4 main learning styles. The first learning style is visual learning. People who learn visually learn best by seeing or looking at things. So they should, watch videos or look at images in order to learn. As for auditory learners, they learn best by listening. So they learn better with listening to an explanation, or by listening to podcasts, for example. Reading and writing learners, I guess it's obvious by the name, they learn better by reading and writing. So they should read books or read text and write in order to learn. And the last learning style or type is kinesthetic learners. These kind of learners learn by doing. They learn best by doing or performing an action in order to learn better. It's important to know which learning style is suitable for you. And there is this questionnaire created by the VARC model creators. questionnaire أو استبيان يساعدك على تحديد أسلوب التعلم المناسب لك. وممكن أحد يقول أنا أسلوبي مو فقط visual، ممكن يكون both visual و auditory, and that's possible. We call these kinds of learners multi-modal learners. يعني أشخاص يتعلمون بأكثر من أسلوب واحد، وهذا ينطبق على كثير من الناس، يتعلمون بأكثر من أسلوب وليس فقط أسلوب واحد. So you could be both auditory and visual, or auditory and reading and writing learner. So I recommend that you check this questionnaire. هو عبارة عن مجموعة أسئلة متوفر بالإنجليش والعربي. تجاوبون على هذه الأسئلة وراح يظهر لكم النتيجة. بالإضافة لنصائح تساعدكم على التعلم بشكل أفضل. So I recommend that you do this questionnaire. There are plenty of resources to study from to improve your English. And these are some of the best resources that I recommend for you to study from. In almost all of these websites, they provide both, text and video explanation of, grammatical rules and other language skills. So I really recommend that you check them and see which one you like the best and study from them. And they all provide exercises after every rule. So they're great in, assessing or testing your level. Here are some websites to improve specific skills, which are reading and listening. These websites here could be very helpful for you in your reading course. These websites provide passages along with questions about the passage they provide. So they are good practice for your reading course, as I said. This series of books called Oxford Bookworms, I think they're available in bookstores. هذه عبارة عن مجموعة من الكتب مقسمة لمستويات مختلفة beginner, intermediate and advanced. تكون غالبا عبارة عن novel أو رواية وأحيانا تكون عن مواضيع أخرى. They are good, resource to study from. And I think at the end of each book, there are questions about, the passage or the book itself. So they are great resource to study from. And these are websites to improve your listening skills. They all provide audio sounds with questions about the audio you hear. Finally, here I have provided you with resources for courses. هذه المواقع توفر كورسات كاملة من البداية، من بداية أساسيات اللغة حتى مستوى متقدم، يعني مشابهة للدورات اللي تقدم في المعاهد ومدارس اللغة. I think most of them provide free courses to improve your English language. And they do not only provide English courses, but they also provide courses in other subjects. يعني هذه المواقع ممكن تساعدكم حتى في semester 2 إن شاء الله when you start taking science courses أو حتى لما when you major إن شاء الله. They provide courses in different majors. So I really recommend that you check them and see which one you like the most. I provided more than one resource because people learn differently, and you should check the website that you like the most. And this semester is your best opportunity to improve your English language and any other skill. Because we're only focusing now on English, so it is the best time for you to improve your English and any other skill that you're interested in. And becoming a self-learner is great for your success in college and in the future. I hope you found this workshop helpful, and I hope it has made you more aware of self-learning and the benefits of self-learning. Thank you, everyone. I hope you found this workshop helpful and beneficial.